the story? Things have long shelf lives. A lesson I wish someone had taught those kids. Right, feeling warmed up? Good. It's time for you to show me what you can do. Camera on? Then you should have everything you need. I got Josh to set it up. He told me to tell you that it's state-of-the-art, equipped with Wi-Fi, so any footage you grab is automatically uploaded to our server. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I guess I'll be able to see it on here? No pressure then. There's good hunting in the whole of this area, from up around where you cleared out the props earlier to closer to the beach. Take your pick. But just one thing. We want it to show up nice on camera, so no minnows. Try for something at least 30 kg. The larger the better. Should be no problem for a hotshot like you. No word back from our friends in Hollywood regarding the props, by the way. My guess is that some townie thought it'd be a hoot to grab them for their crib. But I'm not keen on the idea of someone wandering around when we're supposed to be closed to visitors. Anyway, nothing you need to worry about right now. Just focus on those killer shots.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Escúchame. Welcome to Parque Fernando. Stretch your legs out. I'll start you off with some routine responsibilities. You can do this in any order. I don't care as long as you do the jobs well. I try not to micromanage. Well, not too much. To get the lay of the land, you'll want to go to the nearest lookout tower, marked on your GPS. Climb on up and take in the view. Easy. There's also a hunting outpost nearby, and I like you to prepare it for upcoming guests. My gaucho friends do all the heavy lifting with the outpost. You just need to put on the finishing touches. Bring things up to the standard of a professional hunter, then bring them up a little more. Viste? If you're reaching for a hunt, you can harvest some game for the construction crew building our central lodge. I like to keep the people who work for me fed and fed well. It helps them stay loyal. Our chef can prepare anything but a puma. See what you can find in the area. I'll chime in to help if you need it. Outposts, landmarks, hunting structures, you can see them all from a bird's eye view. Lookout points like this are all over the reserve. If I have to teach you how to shoot, you lied on your resume, and you are fired. That will do. Our chef is a master. You'll gain a few kilos eating his food. One plate is never enough. Now, that's one task finished. 2 more to go. If we want to host elite world-class hunters, We need to be the elite examples. I won't tell you what to do with your money, but at least outfit yourself with top gear. This place is my pride and joy, and you can see why. I named it for my husband, Fernando. May he rest in peace. Before he died, I made him a promise that this reserve, with all its abundance, would host the world's most elite hunters and feed the communities around it. Time to keep that promise. I've been hunting here since my husband bought the place all the way back in 1979. You may have heard I was a two-time back-to-back national champion in the 50-meter rifle, 3 positions. I know guns, I know game, and my park nourishes the biggest, most exquisite free-range stacks you'll ever hunt. World records are set here. Some of them belong to me. If you're as good as I'm paying you to be, maybe you'll set some records yourself. But let's not cut this torta before it's baked. We've got a lodge to build, outposts to open, wilderness to explore. Do you say axis deer or chital? I say axis deer, so from now on, you do too. These beauties were introduced to Patagonia about a century ago. Like everything else, they thrive here, turning out world-class bucks. They like to wander in single file, so don't be surprised if tracking one leads you to an entire queue. And if you see anything strange along the way, come straight to me and me alone. Loyalty is very, very important to me. My park is a paradise, but sometimes the disloyal people who work here have mala leche. You know, tough luck. Hear that? Time for esposas y jefas. Telenovelas are my only vice. Simona's going to find out the identity of her biological father. Is it Gaston or Facundo? It better be Facundo, que churro. Gaston and his lies can be trusted. No, no, no. You've dribbled the ball this far down the field. Now, score the final goal. I'm not going to tell you how to shoot, but if you want to hit your target every time, breath control is as important as sighting. Don't have to take my word for it. I'm only a two-time back-to-back national champion. Everything you need should be there. Set up the place. Every outpost in the reserve is a home away from home for our hunters. Once you set up an outpost, you are welcome to sleep in the cabin for a small fee or resupply from the depot locker. So quickly, maybe I like already. Che. We have a saying here, the truth is in the Milanesa, which is to say, proof is in action. And so far, you are proving worthy of your reputation. Bravo. I don't care how skilled someone thinks they are. Growth and improvement are lifetime commitments. Experience beats raw talent. Now, head up to the lodge site, mark on your hunter mate. Once the lodge is complete, we can officially open Parque Fernando to the hunters of the world. No news on the identity of Simona's father yet, but the lodge crew sends their gratitude for that game you harvested. They can't wait to barbecue it. And hello, it looks like you've reached the lodge. We still have a lot of work to do here. There are water pipes in place, but no power system. I may need your help with that later. And once the place is built, we'll need to furnish it and fill it with trophies to impress our guests. One part of the lodge that is finished, and has been for a while, is my archery range. Have you seen it? Start by having a look inside the hunting blind and the hunting tower. To the left, if you are facing the range. These are the same models you'll be installing throughout the reserve. little hun. Step onto the shooting platform and hit a bullseye on one of the targets. Yes, I know, the range is set up for archery, but if you don't have a bow, it's my range, my rules. Use a gun if you want. I do it all the time.
Where did the ute drop you off exactly? Anyway, you're not far from my station. Why don't you climb the fire lookout tower that's close by and see for yourself? From there, you'll see clearly where things are.
Feral goats are everywhere in Australia. One of the many species introduced by settlers. It may not look like it, but you're on private land. This belongs to Soph and her husband. Some of them were released or escaped and became feral. Seems we aren't very good at keeping animals in their pens.
We run a station, a farm, and Robbo's own land is north of here.
Australia's a massive country, as you know. So it's not uncommon for folks to own huge properties that sprawl over kilometres.
Across several biomes even. That's why we need to hire professional hunters like yourself. I reckon you won't get bored. So, how are you holding up at the fire lookout tower? Quite the workout, eh?
Good on you. You almost made it. Once you're up there, take a moment to breathe and enjoy the view. the outback. That's one of the first things they think about overseas when they hear Australia.
It's arid and it can be tough out here, especially after the bushfires in the last few years.
But it's also a surprisingly rich ecosystem, home to heaps of unique and sometimes bizarre species.
Did you spot my station from up there? Then please, come and get settled in. Sorry I can't be there to greet you in person today. I'm out on a hunt too. What is there to say about us? Well, Robbo and I are neighbours.
Neighbours? How about best mates?
Technically, we're also neighbours, Robbo. But yeah, we both grew up here. Our folks owned the two stations.
In other words, we became mates because there wasn't anyone else around.
You even lived in Brisbane for a few years after uni to try to get rid of me, but even that wasn't enough.
Too right. We tried everything. A long-distance friendship, crazy jobs, stupid boyfriends.
And jealous girlfriends. As a last resort, we each got married. Nothing worked.
Except one thing. Having a kiddo. That worked wonders. Anyway, let us know when you're over at Soph Station. Yeah, that's a roo if ever I've seen one. Be careful. Could be tough to hit a vital organ when they're on the move.